Right, well, welcome to the Car Show, episode 12. Can't believe we made this far. And today I'm joined by a very special guest. As you can see by the picture right here, very special guest.
What, is there a
Mr.
picture there?
It's black with a white circle. It's like an
Oh
eight
yeah.
ball, but with no, yeah. So that's a special guest. It's like a surprise guest. But there we go. It is the one,
Oh.
yeah, the one, the only Jordan, also known as Scotland Car Show. Also, is it Caledonian Cars?
Yeah,
Card?
Caledonia Cards. That was my
There we
that
go.
was my first account before the card show even happened and stuff. Yeah.
That's what got you into the hobby. That's good to know. Well,
Yeah.
that's what it's all about, getting to the people behind the Instagram handle. So let's delve a bit more into that then. So who are you? Who are Caledonian Cards? Who is the Scotland Card Show?
Um well, I'm Jordan. I'm from Edinburgh, and yeah, just started collecting over lockdown again after collecting with my brothers when we were younger.
Yeah,
And I think, yeah, getting the Instagram and getting exposed to seeing what was going on down south, really, I think I saw the London card show's first like photo or video was when it was in Tolworth, I think.
yeah,
Um, and I think it was their second show, and I saw that, and obviously really was keen to go down, but never got the chance just because of the distance. Yeah,
yeah.
and then I saw a few more pop up, like the Cardiff show and stuff, and I was just the same as everyone, just kind of waiting to see if anything popped up in Scotland, and over time nothing really did, so I just kind of took it upon myself. And yeah, it was just a case of hiring out a wee venue, uh, making the Instagram handle, which was the Glasgow Card Show.
Yeah,
It
so
was small, and
it was a
then
great show though. It was a great
yeah,
show.
it,
Obviously,
it turned
I
out
came up from
so good.
Manchester. Yeah, and
Yeah,
people again,
actually,
everyone turned out. It was really good.
you were the first one to buy tickets, man. You were, yeah.
Yo, that's good.
Yeah,
I
I
try. I try.
remember, and I remember getting that first order through, and I was it like you still get a buzz when an order comes through. I'm sure everyone does
Yeah,
if they've got their own website or anything. Um, and yeah, and you don't really know where to start, but I'm really appreciative of like the guys from Third Down and like P Commando and all that kind of show decks reaching out. They actually reached out to me, being like, "Yeah, we're keen to come up," and I always say these guys, these vendors that do these shows, they make the show so easy because they just know what they're doing, what they're getting themselves into, and they're willing to travel and stuff. So it's really cool. But yeah, and then
yeah.
that's how it kind of turned into the Scotland show. Yeah,
Yeah, those vendors you mentioned there, they are literally like the staples, aren't they? The UK scene, the
yeah.
backbone of the economy. They're at every
Literally,
show.
like all these shows popping up is awesome, and it's and I think like people might think it's harder than it is, but at the end of the day, you're filling up a room of people. It's just tables, and these vendors make the show. They bring their cool banners, their stock, their enthusiasm, and they just make the show so easy. Like I remember at the Edinburgh show, yeah, I might have been running around just trying to get on the microphone and stuff. That was really it, and I was just kind of enjoying myself. I was just another attendee, so it was great. My poor partner was
Yeah,
on the door for me and my pal, so they did all the hard work.
hey, smart play. Work smart, not hard.
Yeah,
I like it.
exactly. Yeah,
I like it.
exactly.
I
I was
like it. I
DJ.
like
I
it.
was DJ. I getting the music going.
How did you find the step up from Glasgow to Edinburgh show? Obviously a bigger venue, 2 day as
Yeah,
well.
and I think it was. I was so happy with the feedback because I think I managed to get that fine line of vendors being busy, but also attendees having enough room to kind of wander about. It was
Yeah,
like somebody came in with like wheelchair or like buggies, and they could get through fine. And I think when I posted the photo, just saying like thanks for coming, it was uh, the first feedback I got was just somebody commenting saying like, "Oh, I really enjoyed it and really happy with how much room we had to like browse the binders and all that stuff." And I think that was the main thing from going from the Glasgow show to that Edinburgh one, was just giving people more room. Not necessarily like having to go more people and everything, but just giving them that more room. And I think that was the main feedback that came back. So that was really good. Yeah.
yeah. Is it? I mean, again, first, the first venue in Glasgow was it was intriguing because I didn't know what to expect myself. You know, I thought,
Yeah,
wonder what the scene's going to be like, and literally Scotland turned up. I mean, the
yeah,
vibe of the whole day was crazy. I mean, it wasn't the biggest venue, but it was like rocking all day. It was like just buzzing. And then the second one, a lot more spacious, a lot more, you get to breathe more. And I was just like,
yeah,
okay. And next minute, it was like the first day was over, and it was trading. I was like, I've literally just breathed. I've just breathed and gone, oh, I've got a room here. Like I was talking, turn around, and it's just like the day was just flying past.
yeah.
Having tops there as well with the obviously the first time they had the UK the card show set out, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, that
Showcase.
was so cool.
And it was
And
just like yeah, it just kept the buzz going into trade night, into the award show, and then back in for day two. It just yeah, it just didn't stop, man. It didn't stop.
no,
Scotland is
and like
definitely
it's weird because I didn't think it was like a all day event. You know, it's small. You'd think
yeah.
like these people would only come for a couple of hours or say, but yeah, it was a full day event, and I think it was weird to see people literally there all weekend, and seeing like people return for the Sunday just ready to go again. So yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hobby doesn't sleep, man. People need
No,
it.
are you gonna come to Glasgow next year? Do you think then?
I reckon so. Yeah, I don't see why not. Like, unless something pops up crazy, or there's a holiday involved with the missus, whatever. I can't
Yeah,
see why
that's
not.
fair. Yeah, yeah. I
You
know
know.
it's so far in advance. Like I think it won't start. Kind of the buzz won't start until maybe a few months before it. Yeah.
Well, you say that. I mean, do you want to tell people about the size of this one, the amount of tables,
Yeah.
etc. you've got
So
going there? Let's get a bit of buzz going
obviously,
because a lot bigger this time.
obviously, yeah. We've announced Glasgow next year for the 29th of June, 2024.
Get your
Uh,
diaries.
yeah. Again, your diaries. It's going to be cool. We've hired out the SEC, which is the main events campus in Scotland. We've already got over 180 tables booked. We're expecting a lot of people, more people, more tables, more kind of events going on. We've partnered up with the professional basketball team in Scotland, who are going to be coming with like their basketball hoop, interacting with people, bringing some players down, which will be really cool.
Yeah.
And got
I'm going to have to show
getting
them my skills, aren't I? You know, after
yeah,
beating you
dude.
and
Well,
Jamie back to back. You know,
I've
back to
told
back to
them.
back. You know what I mean?
I think it was Joe from Tops who was there in Edinburgh.
Oh yeah.
He's excited because he plays basketball too, so we'll have to give him a game of one-on-one as well.
I tell you, you know.
Um,
Listen, you guys got served. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know. I don't think I remember the same as you. I think I
What
remember
don't you
just
remember?
like I just remember it being soaking.
Yeah,
Jamie absolute knackered.
yeah.
You were throwing absolute bricks. Uh,
Russell
uh,
Westbrook over here. Russell
uh,
Westbrook.
but I remember you beating Jamie, and I think you might have just like scored a flicky shot against me, and that was game over. But you know,
All I'm gonna say is I didn't leave the court. When it stayed on, I didn't leave the court, did I? You left the court. I didn't. I kept playing.
I don't
You,
know. I
Jamie.
don't see any
You know.
footage to prove this. We need to get some footage at the next one.
Oh, 100%. It was a good laugh. It was a good laugh. But Jamie, yeah, Jamie was so funny. It was like all energy for 10 seconds, then he was just gone. 10 seconds of energy, and then he was gone. He was just
And
breathing so heavy.
I
And
think
like,
he's taking it serious now. I think he's like, nah. Next year he's gonna be. He's like hitting the gym and everything. I've literally at 8 o'clock tonight. I've got a game against Falkirk. It's the first game of the season tonight.
Oi.
So.
Let's go. I want you to get a double for the team. Get
Oh
a double.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But nah, it's
But
Glasgow next year. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
really
getting
big.
bigger, and the fact that it's not till June gives us time to kind of prepare it, bring some eyes to it, market it properly, and make sure we fill up the venue. Yeah, and so far it's going great. Yeah, really excited.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. What made you go back to Glasgow? Is it just because it had the biggest venue, or?
It is. Yeah, it was the biggest venue, and yeah, the plan was to just kind of go to different locations, and it just felt right. Lots of people were asking to go back to Glasgow. Not to
Okay.
say we're never going to do Edinburgh again. We absolutely
Yeah.
will. But it just felt right. Making that step up was hitting Glasgow, yeah. And I think there is more collectors in Glasgow. I think kind of moving swiftly on, we actually hosted a trade night
Yes.
last Friday night. Yeah, a week
Uh,
ago.
no, 2 weeks ago. Oh yeah, it was Rico. Yeah, it was Rico.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
right.
a week ago, and that
Yeah.
was in Glasgow,
Jeez.
and we only announced that 3 weeks ago, not knowing what to expect. And yeah,
Yeah.
Glasgow turned up again. There was like over 150 people over the night,
Jeez.
and just people coming off the street to come and see. And we just needed to get a bigger venue again, but it was such good vibes. There was beers, families still
Hmm.
coming, loads of
Yeah.
loads of sports, but loads of Pokemon as well. And even Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic the Gathering, like people were just opening loads of boxes just together, and it was such good vibes. And yeah, again, people just stayed till like 10 o'clock, so that's a 4-hour event there. It was 6 till 10, so Glasgow
Jeez.
definitely turns up. So I'm really excited for next year.
Yeah. Is that something you're looking to do every month, every 2 months?
I think it makes sense to do it every like seasonal. So that was our summer trade night. We're gonna do an autumn
Okay.
one,
Yeah.
uh, and then winter, spring, summer, and yeah, it'd be. I think it'll just be. It fills in that kind of. People always ask for more card shows in Scotland, but
Yeah.
I think doing these kind of fills that gap in the demand, and then make that big card show where all these vendors and sponsors make that big trip up to Scotland. Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think it's the way the sort of scene in the hobby in UK is going. Like trade nights, it seems to be a big push at the minute.
Again, like yeah, I think I always say my favorite London show was the first one I went to, and that was when it was downstairs at Sandown. And I think that's because it was just felt more social, and I think that's what people really enjoy is the social aspect of it. It just felt
Yeah.
more open and like s- ah, smaller and social, yeah. And like, don't get me wrong, the shows right now, everywhere are going great. But I just think, yeah, like those trade nights and meeting people and meeting up with the regulars is what it's all about, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a good thing about the trade nights as well, like I said, it's literally just you get the venue in an area. You don't have to have 20, 30, 50 plus vendors coming. It's all like the local area, growing that community there, growing the hobby in that area, and
Yeah.
it's just good to see. It's definitely great for the hobby in UK.
Yeah. I want to see vendors starting to come to trade night. I want to see them. Like, I know they came to the Edinburgh one, because of the awards night and stuff, but it'd be cool to get all the vendors coming. Yeah.
Yeah, so again, I think I say London, you have a few vendors there, don't you? You have like a wax vendor, you have like Third Down doing like
Yeah.
displays and penny sleeves as well. But yeah, there's not many other vendors at trade
Oh no,
nights.
I mean, like just getting them to come to
Yeah,
trade night, just to
yeah,
come
okay, yeah,
trade. Yeah, because
yeah,
honestly, I would love to like just like trade with like elves trading cards and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause-
L's cards are crazy. Like he has the most eclectic collection going. It's crazy.
yeah, literally, I think it was like my partner's dad was like, "Oh, do you think he has like Battlestar Galactica cards or something?" And he's like, "Yep,
It's
got
like
them right here."
serious. Like every season, like every kind. It's like it's just
Yeah.
crazy amount of cards he's got.
But how did you find Manchester then on Saturday?
Yeah. Well, before we get into that one,
Oh,
you little
sorry.
crazy man. Yeah, you crazy guy. You went from your own trade night at what time did you finish? 10 o'clock at night.
So yeah, it finished at 10. I
10?
got home about 1 back to Edinburgh.
And then what happened?
And
You
then
slept for
I
how many hours?
I took an hour and a half nap, and then I drove to Manchester for the Manchester Card Con. Set up a table there, did that all day, and then got some food and drove back to Edinburgh.
Absolute madman.
May I just
This
say
is
also that Friday I still woke up at like 5:30 to go to work as well.
so it's,
So,
wakes up on Friday morning, goes to work, goes to a trade night, gets back
yeah,
here, gets an hour and a half kip, goes back to Manchester
that
and does it all over again.
that drive back was dangerous. I actually did pull over to and I fell asleep for a couple of hours because my eyes were just so heavy.
Yeah,
But nah, it was such a good show. I really enjoyed it, and like that was my first time kind of vending in the UK as like this Scotland card show, and it like I did get really a chance to speak to anyone about the show. And again, I always felt kind of weird doing that at somebody else's show, but I spoke to Ben about it, and there's not really a conflict of interest whatsoever there. I mean, Manchester's Manchester, Glasgow's Glasgow, and it's like 4 hour difference. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think I just ended up just selling loads of Pokemon, just talking to people about football. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's probably one of the best shows to like Ben, who's obviously Rainy City. He's obviously someone who's very much for the hobby. So when you're trying to
yeah,
grow your stuff in hobby, he's like very much for it, very much, which is kind of
yeah,
like a good, good to see.
yeah. And I wish I wasn't so tired, so I could have spoke to them more. But I've got a table booked for the next one. I think at the end of January he's doing, so that'll be good.
Yeah, I think his announcing was yesterday or today,
Yeah,
the 27th of January, something like that. So
yeah.
shows coming thick and fast. And also, you did Germany, right? Did you do Germany? Copenhagen? Where did
Yeah,
you do? You
that
just,
was
yeah,
that
yeah,
that was I think that was the most influential kind of uh, advertising for the Scotland Card Show I've had. That was me kind of meeting all these European companies for the first time. Maybe some that I've spoken to online but never
yeah,
met in person. And you'll see some of them being announced for this Glasgow show coming up. Some of these like big European companies, but just like I made some pals with like the Swiss card show, the Nordic card show, all that kind of stuff. That European one was really good as well. It was a bit mayhem. I don't know if you heard, but it was just like a crazy morning setting up of that
yeah.
show. But
I believe so.
as the day went on, it was super busy and it was worthwhile for sure. Yeah. Again, I think I just got a flight that morning and then a flight that night or something.
Yes. Any plans to any more European shows in the future?
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, I can't wait. They're all popping up. But I was
Yeah.
so close to going to the Nordic card show. I think that's next weekend. But I've made quite a nice wee partnership with them. So uh, I'll definitely go into their next one and they'll be coming to Glasgow. Yeah. And I know the German show is this weekend. Is that right?
Yeah, so you got the German card show this weekend in Frankfurt.
Yeah, that should be huge because you know what Germany's like. That's
Yeah,
where
I
the
think it's
big
their
players
first
are.
two-day event as well. Yeah, first two-day event as
Oof.
well, which is
Yeah.
big.
So are you gonna go to
Shout
any?
out. Yeah, so I was just unfortunate. Just wanted to go to this one because I know Max, who's running this one, a really nice guy in the Card Bros chat. So good luck to that show. But I'm going to the one in November in Frankfurt. From by a
Oh
guy
yeah.
called run by a guy called Helgi. I think he did the one that you
Yeah.
went to, the Munich one. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm going to that one. It's the same weekend as the NFL over there as well, so it's like a double win. I'll go over there, go to the car show on the
Ooh.
Saturday. It's me and Dan, and then I'll be going to the NFL. I think Dan's going to go out to a local pub or bar or whatever and watch the game there. But we're doing the Friday to Monday over there.
What date is that?
November the 4th?
Oh, I might
Yeah,
be
no,
keen to go to that because I'm quite. I talked to that. Is it Helge? Did you say his name is
yeah, Helge.
Helge? Yeah.
Sorry for butchering your
Um.
name, FL.
Obviously, he allowed me to go to his last show to like go as the Scotland Card Show, so he was really nice about that, and I spoke to him a wee bit at the end. So yeah, I'd love to go there and maybe set up a table. Yeah, that'd be
I'll
cool.
get, yeah, come down to that. We've booked our flights and got rooms and that. So come
Oof,
along, come along.
that'd be
It's
fun.
problem is now it's an expensive weekend now because of the NFL. So you've got a lot of people traveling into
I
Frankfurt for the
I
NFL.
swear that happened at the last one. There was something else on that weekend. Uh, at the Munich show that made it so expensive as well. Munich was so expensive. I don't know if Frankfurt's the same, but
Yeah. So when the Munich one was on, it was the Tampa Bay Bucks and Brady. So that's why that one was crazy.
are
But
you
this
gonna
time you've
hit?
got Kansas City and Mahomes coming, so it's gonna be just as crazy, I think.
Woof. Are you gonna go to any American shows? Do you think next year?
Next year. I was gonna go Dallas in November. 'Cause it's the same weekend. I've got family
Ah,
over in America, so the plan was to be over there, but I'm not anymore. So next year, possibly. I'm not overly fussed about going over to America. To be truthful with you, I feel
that's
like
fine.
it's got a
Like
lot.
it is so expensive to go there. And if you're getting these European ones popping up, then yeah,
Yeah, I just think there's so much great ones on my own doorstep. Why am I such a rush to go elsewhere? Like
yeah,
UK is doing well, helped with that. Then I said there's Europe. I definitely want to hit Copenhagen. There's one
yeah.
popping up. I saw there's a beef for one now. There's a beef for card show going on. It's a 3-day, which that sounds crazy.
Wait,
Uh,
what? Well, you need to
yeah,
explain this
exactly.
week. What?
You go on Instagram. I don't know if you got your phone handy. Go on Instagram and type in Ibiza Card Show. It's a 3-day in October.
Wait, let me see if this. Am I still on the call?
Yeah, it's on. Yeah,
Yeah, alright, Ibiza car show. That's mad.
yeah. And I think obviously now you're getting sort of a splinter as well in the UK of like sports only shows and obviously mixed shows. So I think yeah, I'm just not in a rush to go elsewhere at the moment. I think it's just intriguing to see this in such a infantile stage that I'm enjoying the ride here and obviously around
Yeah.
Europe.
Nah, dude, you're supporting us so well. Like, I think that's the community hero in you, you know?
Uh,
But nah, and I'm so annoyed the Amsterdam card show never happened. But I think if that does
yeah,
happen, I think if that
I know.
happens, it'll be huge because that
That's what I'm saying.
so many people were gonna go, even from the UK and everything. So
I have to shout out cues, man.
yeah, is he still about, or did he kind of like, was it just kind of, did he just kind of disappear or something? Or can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Hey?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Shout out to Q, man. Shout out to Q. He needs to. I know
yeah.
he's busy breaking again, but I hope that show does come on because, like you said, like that's going to be huge.
Yeah, that'll be huge.
Amsterdam. Everyone want to go to Amsterdam. I think it's Dusseldorf's coming up as well in December. You've got a couple of shows in Budapest popping off. So I just think we've got so much, and it's like great
Yeah.
weekends away and just great times away. So yeah,
Yeah.
like you said, you got the Ibiza card. That's a 3-day, by the way. The Ibiza card, 3 days, just
Oof.
crazy to me. I know.
And did you, are you going to be going to the London show then in November?
It's my birthday weekend. So originally I wasn't, but now my wife's on a hen do, a friend's hen do. So I was like, well, all right.
What better way to spend your birthday than with us?
I know. I was like, okay, I've been left alone. So yeah, so I was like, okay. I mean, to be fair, my birthday's like this Tuesday after the 20th. Yeah, so it's a day or so after. But yeah, we were going to be away, but we won't now. Well, I probably won't till actual birthday. So yeah, I'll be there for the full weekend. Me, Dan, and JJJ. We're talking about getting a table, etc. For certain days. So yeah, I think we'll have a table there on the Saturday,
Nice.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Touch
I
wood.
think I'll try come down. I was going to get a table as well, but I don't think it'll happen. But definitely come down and hang out with everyone.
Yeah, you got a hotel booked, or you flying down and flying back in a day, or
I haven't got a hotel booked, and now I feel like I'm a bit late.
I think you'd be alright depending where you got to stay. I think Sandown sold out, but I think like the Travelodges around the corner, the Holiday Inn still got some space, so I think there's still a lot
Ah,
of space
okay.
available. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's always a good weekend, and I'm not a big fan of London, but I'm glad it's outside of London. I know most people aren't, but I'm actually grateful it's like a bit out of the way.
I know. I never understand the stick they get. Like, oh, it's not actually London. Like it would be so much more stressful in London. Like, it
Absolutely,
costs a
like
lot more money. A lot.
I
You know
think,
what I mean? It costs a lot more money.
yeah, and like you're from up north as well, but from us, I'm like, what is London? Like London's London,
Oh
like
yeah. Oh, listen, like yeah, for me, it's a train into London. It's a train out of London, so it's still a
yeah,
pain. But yeah, I just like the fact it's like a nicer area. It's like no
yeah.
disrespect to London, but I go
Well,
there. It's nice area, isn't it? Nice race course. It's quiet. It's clean. It's a nice area.
and
What do you
it's
want?
the fact we can like just walk down the street or like on the roads ourselves to a bar on a Saturday night. You can't do that central London as easy as
No.
you got that, and it's literally 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
I
It's a
don't
really
know if
nice
he's
little pub,
got
isn't it?
plans. I don't know if he's got plans to go to another place, but I don't know. Don't know. He probably
Yeah,
does, but yeah,
yeah. I think having a team of obviously nothing to do is quite strategic. So I'm pretty sure that they've got big plans for the next
yeah,
like 2024, 2025. I'm sure they've got big plans, big
yeah.
ambitions.
There's a few
Yeah,
London ones now, isn't there? There's
yeah. I don't think
yeah,
they've actually like took off it. They seem to pop up, but it's like a lot of shows. It's sort of Leicester's popping up now. Birmingham. There's a lot of shows popping up around the country. I said there's going to be a split off of this sports and TCG shows only and stuff like that. So
yeah.
interesting time, I think. Interesting time. Interesting time.
And
Interesting
I
time.
know CardCon are like planning their one next year, aren't they?
Yeah. Again,
Yeah,
another really good show. Amazing, massive venue. Um, nice area, Farnborough, but again, way out there. I think
yeah.
if I was to do the London way, it's like into London and out to Farnborough. I think it's like one or two stops after Esher, so it's like even further out of London. But
Okay.
I did like direct from Manchester, which was a bit of a pain. I say direct, it was like Reading, then Reading to Farnborough,
Yeah, and I
which was
think
just nice,
is that
easy.
going to be at the same location?
I
Is it?
presume so. Yeah, I
Yeah,
presume so because yeah, I've not seen anything yet. I've not actually spoken to him or anything, but yeah, I presume so. It was a
I
great
think.
venue, it really was.
Yeah, and it looked like such a well like designed show, didn't it? It was like their graphics and everything looked so
Oh
nice.
yeah, the graphic design guy is on point.
I think as long as they give themselves time to kind of advertise it well, it could be a really cool show. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're blessed, aren't we? So up and down the country now, having so many great shows. From the tops of
Yeah.
Scotland down to the bottom of like Southampton now.
I know, right?
And it's crazy. So up and down the country, you got these little pockets, little communities popping up with sports collectors and TCG collectors. So it's good to see it all grow and sort of thrive. And
Are
also
you
we've got
going
the
to the Southampton one?
uh, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. We're supposed to be away again that week. 'Cause that's the wife's birthday. So
Ah,
we're sort of like we were going to fly back to London and spend some time in London just because we've got family and friends down there for the weekend. Um, but yeah, now we're not too sure because of work on the wife's side. She's got a big
yeah.
sort of contract going on that day on the midweek Wednesday, so we're not sure if we're going to go away. We're going to Lake Como that week, so yeah, we're going to fly back to
Oof.
London and just. I know she's never been, so it would be nice to take her there for her birthday. But most of it, it's like the end of like the best season to go, really, like the end of September, October, like the back end to go, and then you want to go what April, May type of time. So probably go
Yeah.
next year now, if that happens. So then I'm stuck in the quandary of do I go all the way down south to Hampton or do I stay up north of the northwest one in Liverpool because I know Sean's putting a big show there.
Oh, is
So
that on the same day?
same weekend. So
Oh, you may as well just go to the Northwest one, man, if it's literally so close.
exactly, yeah, Liverpool. And again,
Yeah,
we both got family in Liverpool as well, so it's one of them where we could do a weekend in Liverpool. So it just depends if we do go away, if we do,
yeah.
and if we don't.
And I think
Ideally,
that show should
no,
be
go on.
good. Yeah,
Yeah, I think obviously that's going to be very like a mix of TCG and sports, obviously,
yeah,
whereas Southampton sports only. I think if I could, I'd also gone to both. But this is what I like though. I like the fact there's two sort of big shows this that you want to go to, because it gives that then people said if you're up north, you can go to northwest. If you're down south, you've got Southampton you doorstep. It just keeps the
yeah,
hobby flowing, doesn't it? It keeps it growing because not everyone can make it every weekend. So
yeah,
it's yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. I am.
yeah. That'll be good.
So yeah, it would. So let's get back into your collection. What is your PC? What do you collect?
Oh, I'm the weirdest collector, man. You've probably seen that. I uh, I collect like Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, football, Rajon Rondo, uh,
Rondo.
and yeah, just like, but I mainly just collect the Scottish football. But the odd, like, if I see a nice auto, I'll get it, or anything low numbered. I quite liked the Merlin that just came out, and that was mainly because there was Celtic players in it that looked really nice. But yeah, man, like I'll be at a show and I'm overwhelmed because I look at every table. That's why Elves Trading Cards is probably my favorite table because he literally has
Uh,
everything. I bought
yeah.
Beyblade cards off him not long ago, but
Yeah.
yeah, he sorts me out. So, and then my partner bought like Lord of the Rings cards off him. So,
Lord of the Rings. That could be a play, man. Lord of the Rings is, it does have a
well,
big push going on.
that Magic the Gathering stuff, that whole 101 ring hunting, that
Yeah.
was huge. You know, Post Malone buying that for like 2.5 million or something.
Yeah, I think he said it was 2 mil, didn't he? I think his client said it was 2 million paid for
Yeah.
it, which is
So like,
crazy.
you know, these TCGs, they those collectors are serious. You know, they open
Oh yeah.
packs for days. So,
Yeah,
but
big,
yeah.
big, big, big. So if you could only collect one set, so whether that's like the 99 base, first of Pokemon, or
Oh,
whether it's like whether even if it is like a million, what would that one set be? You can only collect one for the rest of your life. What's that one set you're collecting?
that is a good question. I reckon probably base set 2 Pokemon 99.
Ooh, Okay.
because I've nearly completed the whole set, and I started that ages ago. So
Yeah.
using the grading club to grade all the PSA stuff. Oh yeah, shout out grading club because they, I don't know if you saw, but we took submissions in for them on our trade night. So that's
Yes.
kind of uh, that's going to be kind of a more regular thing working with them as well, which will be cool to have in Scotland. Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't shout at the grading club here. He doesn't pay for promotion, so fuck
Oh
that guy.
yeah.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Really cool guy. No, really cool guy. Yeah. Again, someone else who again does a lot for the hobby without people really giving him his flowers. You know, he's like I said, he's helping Scotland get some grading submissions over to
Yeah,
all the companies
hundred
like
percent.
PSA, SGC,
Yeah.
CGC. So yeah,
And
shout out them.
we still have our nice relationship with MGC as well. I think Jake was just in China, so he couldn't communicate much about this train out because it was only 2 weeks notice. But we'll even start taking like MGC stuff because uh, they always support the shows and sponsor it, so it's always good to
Yeah,
get their submissions in as well. Yeah.
yeah, MGC. Yeah, always back in MGC. Every show in the UK as well, aren't they? You know, they were
Yeah.
early doors on London as well, weren't they? You know, so shout
Yeah,
out to
and
MGC.
they make that 9 hour drive up to like Glasgow the first time and everything. So
Yeah, but do you want to say? Do you remember that the night before?
yeah,
You,
well,
myself,
yeah, well, you,
Trotters, MGC. You know, a bit of pool, bit of drinks. It
I
was
only had
good night.
like I don't even know if I had a pint. I was just so nervous, and that was my first time meeting you guys as well. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I like about I said about going to shows and making a weekend of it because you can sort of people might be in the same boat. So it's like, okay, let's organize a little meetup. Let's break
yeah.
some ice, chat because we're all here for the same thing today. You know, we're all here we have a lot in common. Cardboard, you know.
It was. I actually messaged Trotters because I hadn't seen him in ages, so I was just making sure he's still kind of cutting about. Yeah, but he says yeah, he's just busy, busy. Yeah,
Yeah, guy's super busy, super
yeah.
busy. He was
Um.
so he did the MCC before the last one, and I saw him at London. He was at London recently.
Oh,
Last
was
London.
he? Oh, cool. I don't
Yes.
know. I haven't been to the last two London shows, so um, but hopefully I'll make this next one because I know the last one sounded like it was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna vlog this time? Because you vlogged at the last one you came to, right?
Yeah, I actually did really enjoy that.
Trade
So
up
yeah,
challenge. Yeah,
that
trade up
went
challenge.
amazing, man. That was awesome.
Cheers.
I had a £1 card and then traded up to that base set Charizard, and I sold it at the trade night I just organized for like 200 quid. So I just made like
Straight up.
200 quid for nothing there. It was great.
There you go. But I say, didn't you get your original card back as well?
Yeah, I did, and I graded that. And I think I traded that for something or sold it. I can't remember, but
So there you go, people. Trade up challenges are alive and well, and they are possible.
yeah, and I think it just goes to show like you could go to a card show with like no money and still really enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
I spent like nothing that day, and I had the best time, and I still interacted with vendors and people, and they hand out so many freebies and everything as well. So it's great.
Yeah. Well, I say the good help from Retro Raffles, Jade, helping you
Yeah,
out
yeah,
as well.
yeah. They're cool. Yeah, and they were at Manchester, weren't they? They're always
Yeah.
cool guys.
Yeah, there are a lot of shows.
They'll be at Glasgow next year because Jade's actually from Glasgow originally. So
Yeah, you know, and you've got the young boy Jackson, becoming a bit of a social media star as well.
he could do so much. Like I know Jade. I think it's Jade is like in charge of his Instagram and stuff. But his wee
Yeah,
like vlogs and stuff. Like oh, it's so cool.
yeah, it's the future. Like, there's a future. Like, he does it now, and in, I said, in 5 years' time, piece to face, everyone's gonna know because everyone else that comes into it would have seen him. So
Yeah,
it's cool to see him. Again, he's at a lot of shows. You know, and he's always a good kid. He's not
and
a
that was
rude.
and I think we announced that was one of the feedback we got from our last show was some parents didn't like their kids going into our trading area because there's so many adults. So we have now like introduced just doing like a kids only trading zone. And I actually think I
Okay.
just saw London have done the same thing. And that's like that'll be really good to just like if kids have like fake cards and all that stuff, it just allows them to trade amongst themselves if it is fake and like nobody's trying to like take advantage of like trading with a kid or anything. So I think
Yeah.
London show's done it. We're doing it. so it's just more child friendly, and parents don't have to worry about all the adults kind of just like telling their kids the card's fake and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
No, I didn't know that happened. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so how many card shows have you been to then in the last 2 years?
God knows. I don't count. I don't count. I
All
think.
right. Top. You
Yeah. I
gotta
think.
tell us your
I
top
think.
five. Top five. Top five,
Top
but you
five.
don't need to put it in order.
Hey, listen. This is my podcast. I did interviews there. I can't be put on the spot like this. This is crazy.
Yeah, come on.
This is
Top
crazy.
five. Just to keep it not like keep it fair. Just don't put them in order, but just most memorable five.
Okay. I'd say Tolworth, London.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, Glasgow.
Nice.
And like,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of like the first and like seeing the bubble for the explosion. Do you know what I mean? Like, when I saw
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
when I saw that Glasgow scene, I was like, this is big here without people even knowing it. I was like, this is big, like TCG. The people
Yeah.
were like straight into grading. Like even Jake was saying like they didn't expect to do as well as they did. Like it was just like
Yeah.
people was like so intrigued. I was like, there's like it's like a whole new scene. So I was like, this is crazy. I love that sort of the excitement, the energy of that first one. So same with like the Tolworth London, like from the very small venue and when it was people, you could see like it was just outgrowing it. It's like that scene where you go, this is bigger than this now. We need bigger, bigger, bigger. It's like that makes it memorable. Memorable like this. CardCon was memorable. CardCon definitely.
Yeah. I heard
Again,
it was really good footage you got with Dan, wasn't it?
yeah, and I think as well, it's like when you see someone going to an air hanger, you see the space in an air hanger, obviously, and then you're only using maybe like 2/3 of it. If I mean, it probably not even that, probably using a quarter of it, to be fair. And it's like, wow, this could be so big. And you speak to people like, oh yeah, want to be here every year, want to turn it into like a national style. It's like, okay, this is massive. This is massive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've never been to Farnborough before. It was a nice little area, nice food up there, nice people. It was cool. A 2-day as well, but no trade night, which let me down a little bit. But we sort of seemed to go to the Holiday Inn, where a lot of people stayed, had a good night there,
Yeah.
which was kind of nice. Yeah, again, that social aspect.
Yeah.
Um,
100%.
yeah. Yeah.
Two more. Top
I
five.
know. Top five. Let's look at a memorable like this. Thing is, things look out for memorable reasons, but not the right reasons.
Or just like favorite,
Brighton.
like
Yeah, Brighton was memorable because of the journey down with third down, the journey back and forth with third down. That was
yeah,
such a
yeah,
memorable experience. Yeah, that was crazy. Like, I mean, obviously we actually drove back with them to your show, the Glasgow one,
Yeah.
Edinburgh one, sorry. Yeah,
yeah.
and they had to drive me back from Glasgow. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
They're good guys. They always help me out as well.
Yeah, so I have like there was like memorable parts of every show, like I had memorable times at MCC, but yeah, like I don't know, it's hard to like put out your top five. Northwest. I remember Northwest when he went to Haydock, and I was like, well, wow, this is the first one in Manchester in Northwest at a race course. Like, okay, and I go there, yeah, and obviously, it's been two memorable times with Gav shows. So Gav's first one in Cardiff. I had to give my ticket away on my plane back because I was getting took off the plane as there was a malfunction of the plane, so I had to stay another night in Lanzarote. So I had to give my ticket away to Hyatt Patel, Hitman Collect right there, which was funny. So I messaged Gav like, "Can I give this ticket away because I can't come back? I'm stuck in Lanzarote for another day or two." So I didn't go that way. And then the second time, there's a train strike, so I had to give Dan my room for the night. I was like, "Yeah, I can't go."
Oh man.
So Dan had my room, so I was like, "Yeah, just have it. It's fine. I've lost the money." So yeah, so Dan used my room that night. So that's quite memorable. But two shows I didn't even go to. It was quite funny. But yeah, I know. How funny is that? How funny is that? Jesus. But yeah, I just enjoy it. I mean, I'm blessed to have a wife that sort of doesn't give me a hard time for it. She understands the journey and the progress. She's not something that I've been into cards since like 2021. Something I've been into cards and collectibles for donkeys. And I've been to card fairs. I mean, I'm lucky as well. There's the card affiliate and the card fairs are always round the corner for me. So the card site is literally every second Sunday in Timpley, which is just literally 2-minute walk right near my house. So like all cigarette cards and all them old cards from like the 1908s and 1904s and all them sort of cigarette cards. I see them week in, week out, pretty much
Yeah.
my whole life. So I've been into this sort of stuff for a long time. So
Have you
it's
ever
just
been to like Comic Cons and stuff?
I've been to one Comic Con and another sort of con in just one day in Manchester.
Yeah, because I know
yeah, it's quite
who was it? It was Soccer Cards United went to Dublin Comic Con, and obviously they brought like sealed. I think it was Star Wars and a bit of Pokemon, but they also had a bit of like football, and they were kind of just testing the waters a wee bit of how they'd go to kind of like because the football
yeah,
at Comic Cons is so big,
serious.
and they were
And they
just weren't
dress
sure
up.
how sports would like be perceived in that kind of fan base, but they said it just went really well, and I think they'll do it again. But I always think like a lot of the vendors that go to like Comic Cons in Scotland are coming to the card show, but yeah, Comic Con's on another level, man.
Yeah, this is why
You
I'm so
know,
excited for like Fanatics events because they want to turn card shows
yeah,
into like Comic Con, don't they? So there's another thing when people keep talking about the National. I'm like, it's sort of the National's an old guard. You know, it's like 70% old vintage baseball,
yeah,
10-15% promotional companies. Then it's like your basketball, your NFL, your hockey, and then it's your soccer. So I'm like, why would I spend all that money to go there for such a small piece of the pie when and personally, I don't feel like respects card
yeah.
collectors that well. That's why it's in dodgy areas like Atlantic City. Whereas I think Fanatics events are going to be a nice, clean, good aircon, good Wi-Fi, New York,
Hey, was that
LA.
good
Sort of.
Eric on the bash at my Edinburgh show, eh?
No, don't forget about like Atlantic City and in
Ah, okay.
Chicago recently as well. Like you can't have 40,000 people in a room and no
Yeah.
aircon. Like
What?
yeah, it's
Do you
just
think
something
Fanatics
national
Live will
respects.
do something in Europe?
Yes, I think Fanatics Live will come across. I think Fanatics events will eventually. I think Live will come first, maybe next year if we're lucky, and then
Yeah.
Fanatics events will start coming. But I think, yeah, I think they will. They want domination, don't they? They want sort of a monopoly. You know, they're buying
I
everything that they
reckon,
can.
yeah. I reckon if they did Fanatics Live event in like Germany, it would be huge.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
think that's
they would,
probably one.
yeah, they would get the players. They'd get the basketball players. They'll get the football players.
NFL, yeah. The good thing about Germany is they're very similar to us. Like soccer,
Yeah.
basketball, NFL. You know, the three big ones. They're liking it over there. It's like, I saw is it the Czech sports card show? It's very much like ice hockey based. So, I think
Ah,
like
okay.
yeah, I don't know what like I've been intrigued to see what like the Swiss one is, like what their main pull is. Is it soccer for them, or is it another sport? But yeah, that's why I always like Copenhagen as well. What's their big sport pull? Are they
I
TCG
think
based? Are they...
just from what I see on Instagram, I think the Nordic show is really football. Like most popular would be football, and then I think the Swiss card show was, I think, based on Instagram, I think it was more
Yeah,
TCG. I think, and I think the Swiss show was kind of similar to mine. It was probably like 65 to like 35 on like TCG to like sports. And that's the thing, like with our table allocation for our show next year, obviously TCG is just more popular, so we've given TCG just some more tables, and that's just to reach
yeah,
the demand, isn't it? Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Is the show next year 1 day or 2 day?
Just 1 day, and that's just because of the size we're going for. Just realistically, if we can fill that
Yeah,
1 day, then we'll go for the 2 day the next time. But yeah, we'll hopefully fill this 1 day, and it'll be a good 5-6 hours of a full day in Glasgow. It's so nice because like I got such nice messages from, like Hill Valley collectibles
yeah,
who's in Essex, always being like, yeah, that's like I make that like his wee annual holiday and stuff. So it's really cool, and I think that's the benefit of just doing it so far, just once a year, because people kind of make it a priority to make that trip up. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Big one. Big is a big question I always ask. You're on death row. It's your final meal. What is it? What's your final meal?
Oh, uh, dude, I
The
I
world's
love
worst.
my favorite food is Subway.
Hey,
So
you're on
like,
death row. You know what I mean? You've got to take what you got to take.
but then that's because like Subway, you can make any sandwich. So
Yeah.
whatever I'm in the mood for, I get a Subway. So yeah, everyone asks, so what's your favorite food? I'm like, Subway. could do with one tonight, but I can't. I can never eat because I've got that basketball game in a couple of hours, and I can never eat because I get so nervous. I've played so many games, and I still get like nervous poos and everything.
Word exclusive. Ah,
But
nerves are good in the game, man. You know, nerves give you that little bit extra.
yeah, as soon as I like shoot my first shot or like steal the ball or something, then I like nerves go away and I'm all hyped. But yeah, just that original thing. Yeah. But are you excited for the season starting then? All of the sports. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say NFL next Friday. I'll see Chiefs, Detroit Lions, and I see basketball starting to get a bit of a bubble now. So it's not getting hyped just yet, but it's starting to get there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, soccer's in there. Also I've got games this weekend. Then it's international break. So yeah, it's what it is. But yeah,
Do you watch much of like the Champions League or anything for football?
Well, obviously being a City fan, of course I do. You know.
Yeah. Honestly, we had 5 Scottish teams kind of trying to qualify. So we had like Aberdeen, Hibs, and Hearts who were in the Europa League qualifying. And I don't know if you saw the score against Hibs versus Aston Villa. I don't know if you saw the scores.
I didn't see the Hibs one.
It ended over the 2 legs. It was 8-0 Aston Villa.
Yeah, so was it PSV Rangers?
Yeah, and they I think it was like 7-1 or something on aggregate.
Yeah,
which is like that's one of our best teams in Scotland, and they're just getting hammered. I'm really worried for Celtic. Managed to get quite a decent group for the Champions League, but still, it's scary of how but it's good to see us playing in like Europe and stuff, but just getting hammered like that against these teams is embarrassing. Yeah.
Listen, there's a massive discrepancy in what the cash flow of the 2 leagues in. So
there is, yeah.
Should be doing stuff like that too.
But we Scotland are looking like good in the Euros and stuff. You know, hopefully we'll qualify for Euros. I don't know if you've seen, we've literally like not lost a game in like 2 years or something.
Yeah, Billy Gilmore and Scott McTominay, eh?
Literally, and like John McGinn as well. Yeah.
Yeah, John McGinn.
Yeah, and it's like we played Norway, and it was like Lyndon Dykes was like scoring, and Haaland was like struggling, and we like beat them like 2-1 in the last minute.
Scotland for the European Championship today first. They're gonna win it all.
Yeah, hopefully World Cup, because the World Cup's 2026, right? Yeah.
Yeah, in America.
Yeah, and my brother lives in Seattle, so we're hoping to like, if Scotland get through, like make a trip out of it, and because they've got stadiums all the way down to like Mexico and like Canada and everything, don't they?
So the traveling for that is going to be insane, by the way.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna like stay in Seattle. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine playing a game in Mexico. But even for the players, like, you play a game in Mexico and then 3 days later, you've got to go to Canada and play something. It'd be crazy.
Was it? I saw it was like Spain and Portugal put a bid in, but it was Spain, Portugal, and Ukraine, I think.
Was it?
So yeah, they're like meshing these like countries to like get World Cup bids. So it was like Spain, Portugal, and Ukraine. I'm not even joking. I swear that was a thing.
Jesus.
But yeah.
Happened. Jesus. I mean, yeah, that would have been a fun sight in 2026.
Are you still breaking with sports? Is it Sports Training Card UK? Are you still breaking with them?
I am currently, so I am. I was actually do a break. I was gonna do a break tonight. I thought, do you know what, I've got some Prism hobbies and choice. So you got autos guaranteed, and it's like transfer deadline night. I thought it'd be a cool thing. But Rainey's got the Stranger Things Zero Cool, so he's doing that. So I don't know how long he's doing that for. So I was like, okay, you do that. It's a new product.
I know Jamie's absolutely smashing them out, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like a TikTok guy now, and he's on full on TikTok now with Jamie.
Dude, that's where it's at. I don't know about you, but TikTok is mad right now.
Serious. TikTok is the spot.
Like, we've got like Scottish packs going for like £8 on TikTok Live. It's crazy.
People need them Scottish packs. People need them.
Yeah. I was giving them out in Manchester. They were loving it.
I'm surprised. I put my phone back at you.
Yeah, it was that beer pong. Everyone's like, It was good fun
Yeah,
though.
yeah. But I say the beer pong addition to the table is a cool addition. Is a cool
I always
addition.
think like, yeah, you people are attracted to the vendor tables with Wii games and stuff like spinning wheels and all that are always a big hit, aren't they? So
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Right, well, I've actually been here for an hour now. I feel bad. I know you got your game,
nah,
but I
that's cool.
appreciate you
Yeah,
coming on. Yeah, I appreciate you
no,
coming on. Is there any last words you want to say to the people about the show, or about Caledonian Cards
yeah.
itself?
Just keep an eye on our socials. We're slowly announcing who will be attending and see if you see your favorite vendors. We've got some of our original sponsorships, but we've also got some new ones from the rest of Europe. And yeah, just keep an eye on that. Mark your calendars for the 29th of June, 2024. And yeah, it should be a good weekend in Glasgow.
Any
And
inside information on some good hotels to stay at for the people? Let's give them some good information.
yeah,
Some good
so
hotels.
luckily the event campus we're hosting at is very central in Glasgow. But right next to it is the Moxie Hotel, which is a 2-second walk probably from the event campus. But yeah, anywhere central Glasgow, you'll find a hotel, and it's really close to public transport. So if it's cheaper to stay outside of Glasgow, you'll get loads of trains into Glasgow. Yeah.
Okay. And where's the best socials for people to get around you and all the news coming?
Yeah, it's at Scotland Card Show, and it's the same on Facebook as well. And we've got a TikTok, and we're going to try start using that more. But I'm not good at the whole TikTok trends and stuff. So, but yeah, nah. Thanks so much for having me, man.
Oh, but definitely, listen, we'll get you on as well, closer to the time, or
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah,
maybe beginning of next year. Of course, obviously, we're good friends, haven't we now? From the Glasgow show, you came out that Friday night, and I always like it when hosts come to the sort of the pre-show thing because like I said, there could be people there that didn't know each other as well. So when you got the host there, it's a
100%.
bit more,
Yeah,
it makes it a bit more of a thing. So I always appreciate you for coming out for that and everything
yeah,
you're doing for not only the hobby in the UK but also the hobby in Scotland. I think it's anyone who's helping the scene grow, and I'm always gonna help as well when I can. So I appreciate
yeah.
you.
Nah, thanks so much, and thanks so much for your help and everything. And uh, hopefully you weren't the first one to buy a ticket for this next show, but hopefully we'll see you there.
I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there. It should
Yeah.
be. Yeah, summer holidays. I'll be because it's June. Is it summer holidays June?
It is the first Saturday of the. I know it's the first Saturday of the Scottish summer holidays, so I'm not sure if England's a bit different sometimes.
Yeah. So again, with it being summer holidays, I'll be surprised if you go away because obviously everything goes inflated a bit more. So it
Yeah,
shouldn't be. I'll just have to speak to Third Down, see if we're gonna drive up together again. Because
yeah, they'll be
last
there.
two Scotland shows, drove back with them. Got a train up there, drove back with them. Then the last one, Edinburgh, drove up there and back with them. So
I think it's
I drove up
about
with
a
them,
4-hour drive,
stayed
right?
with them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but
yeah.
just under 4
Glasgow,
hours.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
didn't seem it. To be fair to Chris, to be fair though, I did go to Bradford. I'm in Bradford for the one there, but he drove me back. Fair play to him. Um, but yeah, the Glasgow one, that was. I got dropped off in Lancaster, I think. Yeah, Lancaster, and I got a train from Lancaster, so it wasn't as
Okay.
bad.
Yeah,
But
not
yeah,
bad.
but it's definitely so. They drove me. So Chris drove me up to the Edinburgh show, and then stayed in a hotel with Dan, and then obviously and then drove back with Chris. Getting about, aren't I? Jesus.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
It's not, well,
I hope you're paying
but
them a
no,
lot for all this taxiing.
I know. I'm telling you. Chris fleeces me. Charge me just as much as a train does. Tell you, unbelievable prices, unbelievable. But that's coming on. I'm a bit
Yeah.
disappointed with your last meal being a Subway. I'm not gonna lie. Of all the things you could have had, you could have a nice starter, a nice main, nice dessert, and you just get a Subway. Unbelievable. But no.
Subway meal deal,
Thank you to
cookie
everyone.
drink.
Yeah, I know. Hey, get that cookie, put it in the microwave an extra few seconds, while it's getting nice and melted.
Oh wow,
Looking
look at
forward.
these tips.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, heard it here first. Heard it here first. But I appreciate everyone for tuning in and staying this far and listening to us two talk sports card nonsense and TCG nonsense. We appreciate it. Until next time, peace.